Fellow Ambazonians, um, I will first of all start by giving my sincere apology that our program today with Capo Daniel, as usual, is definitely changed because he is actually not possible to make it tonight. So he has called to me and gave me the go ahead to take this live program tonight without him. So please, I will encourage you and advise that let us share and be the audience, and let's get the people there so we can really share. There is a lot to talk about today. I have a lot of stuff to share with you guys, so it is always important that you have a class full of people before you give out crucial and important information. So please share the video, and let us get people listening so we don't just speak to ourselves here. So share, and click share. And today, I think I'm going to make a very special session that at some point I will invite people to join this live call. Those who want to join, you indicate to me that you want to join the live show, and I will invite you on, and you come on and say what you have to say, because we are going to pound and talk hard about the issue of unity. Unity is calling. I come as a prophet. I come as John the Baptist. I come as John the Baptist to preach the gospel of unity. That we want unity, and unity is calling from the wilderness in Helsinki. We all have to answer yes to unity. We have to revamp our spirit of nationalism. So please share the video, and stay with me and take part in this very particular live show. I want you to indicate to me that you want to be live here, and I'll call you and I give you a 5 or 6 minutes or 10 minutes to speak for the people of Amazonia. So let's share and invite people to join. So I go again with the things. I'm saying that unfortunately Capo Daniel cannot make it. That's why I am here alone tonight. We were supposed to be both of us here, but he's not there. Yes, Mr. Sakwengo, I appreciate that you are here with me. And Sheep Broker, also we appreciate that you are here. Madam Jennifer, I salute you. And Hero Roberto, you are welcome, sir. So please, let's share the video. Let's get the people there. Today we are going to be talking about the return of our leader, Siseko Ayok, and the rest of them. What would that mean to the struggle, and how would their possible trial be? And we are going to talk about also unity. I said before that I come to you, Comrade Henry. You are one of the strongest soldiers I know in this revolution. I salute you, bro. So we shall be talking today about unity. We need unity. We can't afford to continue without unity. So I come like John the Baptist, crying in the wilderness. The voice of unity is calling for Ambazonians. This is the time. There is no better time than this. So please share the video. Let's get people on board, and then we can move forward. Capo cannot make it, so it was supposed to be me and him tonight. So he pushed me ahead to go on and take the show without him. You see, Ambazonian, this is what we are talking about, that we need an Ambazonia. We need a free Southern Cameroon, that people will be free to do things and function together with love. You know, this is Capo Daniel platform, but he is a gentleman. He is a true son of the soil who doesn't cling to this thing. It's not that this is his page. He has to be the one to be live all the time. He can give this platform to any other person, and we can do things. This is what we are talking about. It's not that someone is fighting to keep things for themselves, but this is a man who is willing to to give his place and to allow someone else to use his platform also. So that is one of the greatest signs that we can we can show for unity. One person is saying that John the Baptist baptized me. You are baptized in the name of our fathers and forefathers who fought for our land with their blood, and to give us a free Ambazonia, and that we have to fight for, and we have to keep it till we get to Boya. So we are not going to be long. This is going to be a very special session that I will invite people online here with me randomly, those who are going to indicate that they want to be live also. So you can join me, just stay with me, and share the video. So we are going to be talking about the return of Siseko Ayok and the rest that were arrested in Nigeria, and what would that mean to the struggle. That's we are going to look into those things and a possible scenario of their trial in La République Kangaroo Court. We are going to discuss about those ones. And again, there is something very important with our people in diaspora that we have to talk about. La République agents are already in Europe. They are fully here in Europe to take out activists. So our people have to be on tiptoe. We have to be very alert with these things because it's not a matter of joke. They are very, very willing to eliminate us by all means, by any means. So like I said before, I came to you tonight like John the Baptist. I am the messenger, Elo. I come with a message. I am a messenger. Take the message, don't shoot the messenger. So I will advise and I call again that I don't want to give this message to very few people. So please, let's share the video. Let's share the video and get the audience so we can proceed. Let's share the video and we can proceed. I think this is we can just go on so we don't have we don't waste so much time. Actually, I think let us just say people always watch these things after, so it is not a matter of we have 1 million people here, so we are not in a popularity contest anyway. So yes, my name is Ufoka Eugene and I am a political and human rights activist. I live here in Helsinki in Finland, and this is Capo Daniel platform. Once again, we were supposed to be here tonight, me and him, but he cannot make it. So I am here to you. I come only as a messenger. I come like John the Baptist. I am not the prophet. I am not the Messiah myself. I am just a messenger. And I have one message tonight. And that message, I said it. I'm saying it all. All we need is unity. We need unity, and I challenge every Southern Cameroonian to come on for unity. So I just want to start with some few things before we proceed on our subject that we are going to talk about today. There is something that I have been hearing that many of our comrades have been talking about, the deportation of La République citizens living in Amazonia. And I will give you people an honest answer to that subject as a diplomat myself and as a civil activist of human rights, that is something that we all want. Don't make that mistake to any person. We all want La République people to leave our country as fast as possible. If we have the means to get them out now as we speak, that would be the best thing that can happen to this struggle. But this is the point. If we go out and give statement on social medias that they should attack them and kill them because their regime is behaving in barbaric way to our societies, I will tell you people honestly that as a diplomat, that is not a good move to do. This is why, don't get me wrong at all. If we in Ground Zero have the possibility to impose sanction, to impose economic sanction, or to impose deportation of La République citizens in Cameroon, in Amazonia, that is a perfect thing that we could do. But now we don't have control over our territories. So if we start to propel messages like this that people should kick out or do something to La République people who are living in Amazonia, we might be making a mistake because innocent people are going to be affected. So if we have the means, if we have our army in charge of our territory, we could go door by door in every house of Francophones, like people living in Amazonia, and tell them to leave. And we can actually take them and escort them to the Mongo. But now if we don't have this control, and we sit somewhere and prepare this kind of information, this information may be interpreted differently in the country. And some people might take laws into their hands and do unspeakable things that we don't want. We are not trying to become La République. We cannot become like them. La République is behaving like an animal regime that they are, yes. But if we are fighting a war with them, we should keep it. We should keep the war with international laws and norms and standards. We cannot start to behave barbarically like La République. It's not. We are going to become the same. So if we if we have full control over Ambazonia today, for example, let's take for example Tico. If we can control Tico now, I will say let us ask all the La Republic people in Tico to move out. We can take them and escort them to Miselele down and take them out of to Mongo for them to go safely to their homeland back where they come from. But if we don't have that control, if we cannot implement those things, if we make that call, it's not the right time. It's a poor move to do. Because people will interpret it differently and they will take laws into their hands, and we can see the next Rwanda situation happening in our eyes. And we don't want that. And Cameroon government, if they have any sense of diplomacy, they will do the same. They will ask our citizens in their country to get out. They will take them and escort them and take them out of the territory. That is what they will do as a reasonable nation. So we have to act according to international law and norms. We shall not, and we will not tell our community, we will not encourage them to attack civilians, to attack people who are innocent. If you see any La Republic person who lives in Ambazonia who is playing an agent role, you can attack that kind of a person because they are accomplice to the regime. They are accomplice. We can prove that they are accomplice. We take them down with no pity. We have no sympathy to them. But the innocent citizens, we shouldn't do that to them. If we have our way to take them out safely, we should do that, and we prove to the international community that we are a nation of peace and law. Ambazonians, I said on my last show that there are countries in the world who have autonomy, but they are not recognized by the international community. It is because of how they get their autonomy. If we want autonomy, if we want our state to be restored, we have to obtain it in the right way. If we do it in the wrong way, you cannot have what you want. If you are a lawyer and you go to court and you got evidence in a criminal method, you cannot even use it in court. You have to obtain evidence for your case in the right way that is legal by the law. If we obtain independence in a crooked manner, in a barbaric manner, we shall have ourselves to blame. So, if you have any thinking or any thought about sending the people out of Ambazonia, yes, you are right. We have to do it. We need to do that. But we have to do it in a way that they are going out safely. Nobody's being injured or killed. No innocent no innocent blood will be on our hands. But those who are playing role with the regime, we can deal with them accordingly because they deserve it. So Ambazonians, Francophones, like public people, are not our brothers. They are not. They have proven to us that they don't share our pain. We have been facing death, horror, impunity for the past 2 years. They haven't said a word. They are not our brothers in any way. We are not related to them. It is better for us to even have brothers who are there that we know than them. But to attack them is going to it is going to affect our struggle in the international community. So I am not saying this because I am afraid of anything. No. I am not. I am saying it because I know it is what that is right. We want to do things in the right way. So please, to all our Ground Zero forces, if you have means to evacuate the Republic people in our territory, my humble comrades, send them out. Send them out peacefully. Do it peacefully. Send them out peacefully and even make video of it. We shall send those videos to the international community to see that we are following diplomacy and we respect law and human rights. Let me say something here. Humanity does not need citizenship. And that is the mistake the Republic is making. They are attacking every one of us because we identify as Ambazonia, because we are saying that we are not Cameroonians. They are attacking our humanity because of that. But humanity does not need citizenship. You are a human being. You need to be treated as a human being. You have the full rights of every human being. So, that does not mean that if we are fighting with the Republic people, their citizens have no rights as human beings. They have rights. And we have to respect their rights. We can only play with their rights if they are victims. We can only tamper with that right and freedom that they have if they are conniving with the regime to persecute our people. So Ambazonians, that call is a call that we all want. We want them out. Take for example in Syria, when they are fighting the ISIS people, and the UN and the international community. They have to arrange for a ceasefire to take out civilians. And even the ISIS have the courtesy of diplomacy to respect ceasefire and allow civilians to go out for them to fight with the Assad regime. What about we Amazonians? Are we worse than the ISIS? That we want to attack civilians? No, we cannot do that. We can't. We have a justified cause to fight for our independence. Let us not mix it with dirty politics. Our independence is coming without shedding living blood. We need to keep the resistance going on. Armed struggle is a means to an end. It's not the option we are looking for, we were hoping to get, but it's a means to an end. So we have to take that means to get to the end. We have the right to self-defense, yes, but we shouldn't abuse that right as well. I am saying this thing because I speak with governments and institutions, and they are very concerned with these kind of things. If we want to make a massacre and a scenario that is Rwanda and Cameroon, we shall regret it. Somaliland has autonomy, but they have no recognition. For more than 30 years. So our case is very simple, and we are going to have it. And to those of us who are still not believing that we are going to have independence, you are making a very big mistake. You have to wake up from your sleep. Wake up. Those who are saying that, are we going to obtain independence? We are having independence. And some people don't even understand what is the technology and the strategy of something like self-defense and things like guerrilla war. No government have ever and ever in history defeated a guerrilla war. They have never done that. Cameroon government knows it, they are going to fall. Guerrilla war means that we are going to put pressure on the regime until they fail, until they come to our terms. Look at what Mugabe did in Zimbabwe with the British government. They did not defeat them in a war. Like they didn't fight to an end to declare that we are victory. They didn't fight a war and conquer the regime that was there. That's how it works. We don't need to have a full-blown army, but we need to do our hide and see business and increase the pain on the regime, increase the occupation pain, reduce their occupation on us, inflict pain on them, bleed the regime until they give up. That is guerrilla tactics. I am not saying that this thing is going to go, freedom is going to come in a platter of gold. No, it is not. Unfortunately not. So what I am saying is that we can do things in a better ways. We can avoid certain situations. We can avoid them. So if we can do things without going the bad way and the hard way, why not take the other option? We can send people out of our countries. Yes, we are going to do it. We are going to send them out. But when we have the means to do that, we are going to escort them to Mongo and send them bye-bye. But until then, let us deal with the enemies one by one. So let me move forward now. Let me move forward now also. I'll come to another subject that just recently hit me today. Today I was surprised to see that we have some group of so-called Cameroonians in Finland have connived with some delegation of the Republic Embassy. And they came in Finland in the name of making passport. They were going around. And to my greatest surprise, my brothers and sisters, they were at my office building today. These people have sent me many live threats, but I was shocked to see them today using a conference room in my office building. They are out here in Europe to eliminate anyone and all of us. And this is something that we have seen. I want to give this message out to all my comrades in Europe. To all of them, please. We know that people have issues with their passports. The absolute reality is that Cameroon is still a country recognized by the international community, and we still need, some of us still need Cameroon passports. Some of us still do that. If you apply for the passport at the embassy and they don't give you the passport, you have a right to sue the embassy. You have a right to sue them by law in Europe. When I visited last time, when I met Agbombala in Paris, he was advising me how we can sue the Cameroon embassies in Europe with this issue of refusing passport for Ambazonians. The truth be told, yes, we need the passport for now. They do need it. People need it to survive. So if these kind of situations are coming up, we can compile the names and people who have these issues, and we make a legal case to them and sue the embassies. We're in Europe, where there's law and order. And if the government of the Republic want to take our humanity because we are not their citizens, that's not going to work. So it will be good to mobilize people who have this issue. I will personally say you can contact me. Let us mobilize. We can find lawyers and make a law case to these people. We have to fight them. Let me advise you. Let me say something also. It is also part of the war front with the Republic government. It is part of the war as well. We have to fight them in every front. So if they refuse to give you passport, I beg you in the name of God. I'm saying this. I am John the Baptist. I bring the message. I know. Contact me. Give me. I will travel to your country. We mobilize people and get a lawyer, human rights lawyers, and we make a law case to this embassy in that country where you belong. We cannot be treated like animals. Never. We cannot be treated like slaves. There is no way. So, because many of our people now in diaspora, they are facing this issue with their passports. They need the passport. They need it. I know, I understand them. I hate the Republic to my core. But I spoke with many of our comrades who are really in bad situations. They need this passport. I understand them. I try to put myself in their shoes. And I see that, okay, they need it for conveniences. But if the government is refusing to give them the passport, they have to. Listen, this is a legal binding case. If Cameroon embassy refuses to give you passport, you have the right to even say you are going to use Ambazonian passport. When they refuse to give you that passport, listen, we make this legal case. If the passport doesn't come, you have right that we are going to issue you Ambazonian passport in the country where you belong. Why our people are suffering with ignorance? Why? If they refuse you the Republic passport when you have applied for the legal procedures, you will make a lawsuit to them, and if they fail to obey it and to give you, you have the right to use Ambazonian passport because the Cameroon government have disowned you as their citizen. And if we start to have our citizens in diaspora having right to use Ambazonian passport, there is a highway already to win our autonomy. So this is something we have to use. We have to exploit this. Those who have been rejected the Ambazonian Republic passport, please, we have to make a legal case. Use that evidence to get yourself Ambazonian passport by law. Because you need a passport to travel. Why they don't get the thing? If the embassy in Belgium, if the embassy in Germany, Congo Mega, I respect you, bro. You are a hero also. Let's get in touch. I really need to talk with you. We need to do something. You have a lot. We need to talk. If the embassy in Belgium refuses you passport, if the embassy in England refuses you passport, please, you have a clear case. We have a clear case to apply and get Ambazonian passport because of this. Contact me. I will and we shall go. I will fly to your country. We mobilize people, go to the police, go to a human rights lawyer, make the case, put the case on the court. They will invite the embassy to come and explain who is this person. So if Cameroon government refuses to give you a passport, it means that you are no more citizen of the country. Then you are citizen of Amazonia. You have right to have Amazonian passport. You have rights. Why are we sleeping with opportunities in our hands? Many of our people have been calling me today and we're talking about it. I said, please, you have right by law now. Because the government has clearly said it is the responsibility of every state to issue passport to their citizens. If they refuse to give you a Cameroonian passport, my friend, my brother, you are an Ambazonian. we have passports for you. But you must prove that by the law that the government of Cameroon has refused to give you passport. And if you can do that, then you have the right to have your Amazonian passport with you right away. And you can travel with that Amazonian passport. We are going to use that as evidence that we are claiming our independence for the Republic of Cameroon. So, this is something that, as I'm saying now, I know that public agents are watching. And believe me, very soon, they will change their mind and start to issue people passport. My comrade, listen. If the government of Cameroon refuses to give you passport, you will file a law case at the embassy in the country where you belong. And the only opportunity you have to know is that, okay, since the government doesn't want to give you passport, it means that you are no more citizen of the country. It means that you're a citizen of another country, and that country is Amazonia, and you are going to use Amazonian passport. Exactly. So if they refuse to give you Auntie May, you said it right. If they refuse to give you the passport, it means that they agree the country is two. It means that they agree the country is two. Then you belong to Amazonia. Please, Amazonians, listen. This thing is this is an opportunity we are missing here. This is an opportunity we are missing here. If we can mobilize 1,000 of our people or more who have been refused passport from La Republique du Cameroon, it's a case to make to them that, okay, it means that you are telling us that the country is two countries. It's two countries. It's two countries. It's a clear evidence. So if the country is two, we are going to take our passport from Amazonian Federation of Amazonia, from the Amazonian government. So I just wanted to make this point clear. And I hope our people will not be suffering from ignorance. And I will continue to do my work on this issue. We will start with those in Finland. We shall take them together. We shall go to the police and we shall make a law case against those embassies that have refused these people to give them passports. And by law, they will be obliged to tell us. If the country is two, fine. Then we shall have our Amazonian passport right away and we start to use it in the international community. We have to do that. So I will move on now with the issue of we have to talk about the issue of our people, leaders who were adopted in Nigeria. Amazonians, we know for history that Cameroon government is corrupt. They are corrupt to their bone. They are liars, thieves. You can't believe a word they say. But one thing is sure, with the arrest of our leaders in Nigeria, Cameroon government knows that they cannot do anything to them because of our efforts in the international community. We have created a lot of awareness that the world is watching, that if those guys are never seen again, if they are not back alive, the regime of Cameroon, I know they are already going to the International Court of Justice. They are criminals, but this is one thing that they are afraid to touch. So I believe in that capacity that those our leaders who have been abducted are in their keeping and they are safe. La Republique is only trying to use them as a card to play for our struggle now. They know very well, like I said last time, that they have been informed by the international community of a possible referendum coming. They are already planting seeds of winning our people to their side. And our leaders will be one of those biggest seeds they are going to sow when they will bring them out and showcase them that your leaders are here, they are fine, and we haven't done anything to them. We are going to build back new houses to you guys, construct roads. Please stay with us. So, we are waiting for that day that the Republic will make that mistake to bring our leaders out, thinking that their plans are going to work, they will fail. Ambazonians have had enough of them. When our leaders will be out, they shall see the real color of Ambazonians that time. Right now, we are playing hide and seek with them. But when that day is coming, that we see Paatasan and the rest, we see them alive. La Republic is going to see the real color of self-defense. Ground Zero will be hot. So what they are trying to do now, they are trying to play politics. They are trying to use our leaders as life shield. So they are trying to use them as a protection garment to the international community. That we have their leaders and they are fine. We are showing some courtesy of diplomacy. We are respecting law by not doing anything to them. Thieves. These are the same regime that has been killing our people. So we cannot be fooled twice. We cannot be fooled twice. So, and if and when our leaders will return to the struggle, Ambazonians, we are in Boya. We will be in Boya. Because that would be one of the climax and the greatest turning point of this revolution. When Nelson Mandela was removed from the confiscated cell in Robben Island and came to the house arrest in the city, that was when the South African independence was near, was around the corner. That was when the people saw that the regime was weak. Cameroon government is weak. But their weakness will be seen more when our leaders will be out. Because they make empty noise and they cannot do anything. So I have always been saying before that Cameroon government have been acting all the time in weakness. Killing civilians, burning homes, destroying properties are all acts of weakness. They are never strength. They even went further to arrest our leaders. That's huge sign of weakness. If you are not afraid of any person, you will meet them one-on-one and talk to them. When you are afraid, you will be taking shortcuts. So the regime being afraid of us, for 2 years now, they are not willing to talk. But like I was saying, Ground Zero needs to be hot. Defend your block. Intensify your self-defense. Those of us who are in position to sponsor, please double your support for self-defense work. Support self-defense. Double and triple your support. Because until we compel Cameroon government, until we compel them, they will not come to dialogue. They will not come to negotiation. We have to compel them. And compelling them means that we have to bring them to their weakness, to their knees. And that is only going to be done by iron, not by talks, not by diplomacy. Our restoration forces, they need more support. Please, diaspora, please triple your support to the Ground Zero forces. Because until we make La Republic to understand that this conflict is costing them a lot, both life and human resources and finances, that is the way we are going to compel them to come down on their knees and meet us for dialogue, for negotiation. So we need to intensify on those areas and continue the work. So self-defense, Ground Zero forces, they need double our support. Because those are the real heroes of this revolution. Those are the real heroes. And you see how stupid the regime is. They are going after those who are in diaspora, forgetting that the war is in their backyard. So we have to understand that we have to compare the regime. And that is something we need to do by intensifying our self-defense. So now that we are seeing these things that they are talking about, bringing our leaders back, these are all politics. They know that the referendum is coming and they are trying to keep some cards that they can pull at the last minute to persuade our people to stay with them in the union. Now they came up with 12 billion Marshall Plan funds. Thieves. Who do you want to fool with small cheap money? So, Ambazonians, we are not going to be fooled twice. And the fact that, like I said, that in September, after the last UP Association of Cameroon, they're supposed to give their final approval and acceptation of those recommendations that were made to them by the countries in the UN. In September, most of them were about our leaders. The countries were demanding the need to see our leaders. So September is in 2 months' time. Cameroon government have no, I said this before, that they have no other alternative than to show our leaders by September. They cannot go to the UN again and tell stories, because the UN already knows everything. And the UN have informed them. More than 90 countries were saying the same thing, that they need to see those people who were adopted in Nigeria. So the government is only bowing down. Unfortunately, it is costing us also something. Some of our heroes are being taken away from us, loved ones, family members, homes. But just like we all know that freedom comes with a price, and we are willing to pay the price. I am saying myself also, if I fall today down, I will not be having anyone doubt that this struggle is going to go to the end. You people should never give up. Without any one of us, this struggle has to go. The only way we can honor those who have been killed by the Republic is to give them independence so their soul can relax. We are going to respect their death by giving them independence. There's no way back for this. We all have to dedicate our lives for this particular struggle. So I have all confidence that latest by September, this regime is going to tell us where our leaders are. They have no other way to go. And when our leaders will be out, we shall know what happened in the Nara hotel. We shall have details, facts of what transpired. And that is going to help us also to eliminate and expel the agents of the Republic within our struggle. That is one of the things that they are keeping them incommunicado, because they know that if the moment they allow our leaders to see some lawyers and some of our people, they are going to tell them exactly what happened. And the Republic is keeping these people incommunicado because they want to continue to use their agents that are in the struggle to continue to frustrate the struggle. The moment our leaders will be out, their agents in our struggle, the agents of the Republic that are in this struggle, will be known. So the Republic is hiding that for that sake. So we are waiting on our leaders. We are praying for them. But La Republic will not use our leaders to play any political game. We will not even forgive them. We will not even we are not going to even shake hands with them because they bring them back. No, we shall not. They are not doing us any favor to bring our leaders back. It is our right that our leaders have to be free. So bringing them back, it will not be a favor from La Republic. It will not be any gesture of goodwill. So they shouldn't be mistaken that we shall be happy that they brought our leaders back. No. We are angry, and we are going to be angry till we get to Buea that they arrested any of our people, that they kill our sisters and brothers, that they rape our sisters, that they burn our villages. We shall not forgive them for nothing. We shall not forgive and forget these people. We can never do that. So we are telling the regime that we are asking them, we are demanding them to let our leaders out. It's not any favor they are doing for us. So now if we are talking about things that we have been all crying for, that when our leaders are coming out, are they going to come out to see us disunited? Are they going to come out and see that we are fighting among ourselves? Amazonians, if Partisan comes out, is he going to see us like this, crying on our knees, fighting among ourselves? I beg you all, please. This is time that we have to adopt the spirit of nationalism. Nationalism is what we have now for every one of us to have in our soul. Forget about your affiliation, whether you are from any group. Forget about your group. Think about Southern Cameroon as a country, as a people. Put your affiliation beside everything else and think of the country first. Call your leaders and beg them that we need to be united. I will continue to play the role of John the Baptist to bring the message that the collaborative conference that is coming up in North America, I will say all of our leaders, you may have people who advise you and they give you advices and said they may tell you not to go to those conferences. But you as a Southern Cameroonian also, the fact that you are a leader, you are a Southern Cameroonian as well. You have your will. You have your own mind to decide whether you go or not. So if you follow the advice of your advisors and stay away from the conference, we shall not blame those people who advise you, but we will blame you because you were the man to make the final call. Nobody will advise you without you making the final decision. Advisors are only giving advice, and you either take them or reject them. So if they advise you, you have to make your own assessment of the situation. You have to assess the situation yourself and decide if you go or not. And if you decide not to go, we shall not blame those who advise you. We are going to blame you because you are the one who made the decision not to go, not them. So we are begging that every Southern Cameroonians, let us call ourselves one. We are facing so much because of disunity in this struggle. We are wasting so much effort because of disunity in this struggle. We are wasting so much resources because of disunity in this struggle. We are wasting even human resources as well. Loss of lives because of disunity in this struggle. Even loss of lives. It's unbelievable. That there are stories of our people fighting among themselves at gunpoint. Why are we doing the jobs of the Republic? Why? We need unity, and unity is what we need. So, to those who have not yet shown their endorsement for the collaborative platform that is coming up conference, please, I beg you, endorse that conference on your Facebook. talk about it on your Facebook, write a Facebook post about it, and say that you wish and you want other leaders to go to that conference. Those who have the possibility to also make financial contribution, that conference will need your contribution as well, your support. Support by putting even one dime. Those are great serving Cameroonians they came up with the initiative to host that conference, to get our people together, because we need unity. We bring all the missing elements in this struggle. So, while we are pushing for unity, we are calling that not everyone can lead. Some of us can just be servants. But the servant role can be more important than the leaders. The servant role can be more important than those of the leaders. Because we are the ones who build a community. Without a community, there's no leaders. So let us all call our leaders that we want this unity. We want unity. And for those who are thinking that they only have to lead before they belong in the struggle, that is a shame that you have that kind of a concept. Because a country cannot be made up of all leaders. We need servants. I like to serve. I always serve myself. If you don't even know how to serve people, why do you even want to lead? If you cannot even serve others, why do you want to lead anyone? We all have to have the servant attitude. Also, we have to switch from the mindset that people are thinking that, what have this struggle done for me? But instead, what have you done for the struggle? If we have to get to Buea now, we all have to be proud to say that I contributed to this freedom. I fought with my blood. I fought with my time. I fought with my money. I fought and I paid the price. But if you stay back and watch others fight your own battle, that is not fair play. Until we all Amazonians, until we all become engaged in this struggle, we have many of our people who are not even taking part in this revolution. They have million reasons not to be part of it. At the same time, they have in front of them million reasons to be part of the revolution, but they are not. We cannot live it that God is going to judge us all. No. We shall judge ourselves when we get to Buea. People like Ekema are running away now. Atanganji and the rest. We shall treat those who are not in this struggle the same as those. Because there is no difference with you and them. So let us all have the servant heart. The servant attitude to serve our people. To serve your own country, your own nation. You don't always have to be a leader to be active in the struggle. You don't have to be. You just have to serve. And to serve, you don't need to have a university degree to serve. You don't need to be a doctor or a professor. You just need to have a heart that is good heart to serve the community. You go in and serve the people. That is something that is said by Martin Luther King himself. That to serve, you don't need to be a university graduate or a PhD holder or a doctor. You all just need to have a good heart to serve your community. So Amazonians, let us all have the servant attitude. The servant, when you serve, you learn. When you are serving your community, you grow as well. Your community, serving is one of the things that inspire and grows a person. Because when you serve, it opens your eyes, opens your imagination, it opens your soul to reality. You don't need to be highly educated. You don't need to be highly qualified before you can serve. You don't. Don't let people fool you. Because this struggle is suffering in the hands of some academic people. Some people who think that because they have a doctorate degree and they are doctors or they are PhD holders, they have the right to be leaders. No nation has been built only by those kind of people. We need everyone. And you are just good as any other person with whatever qualification they have. You can serve. All you need is an honest heart. So we encourage our brothers and sisters to pick up the serving attitude. Serve your community. Serve your society. Serve your country. You don't need to be a doctor from a university. You don't need to have special skills. All you need is the willingness. The willingness and the commitment to serve with integrity, loyalty, faithfulness to serve. That's all you need. Those are the key elements that you don't buy them by education. You don't go to school to get doctor's degree to get willingness to serve. No. You don't get motivation from the universities. These are things that when you have in you, please don't suppress them down. Come up and serve. Step up. Because when you stay silent, it helps the tormentor. When you stay silent, it helps the victims. It helps those who victimize people, not the victims. So, no matter how small you are, no matter how little you are, no matter educational background, this war is yours. Defend your block. You can defend your block in many ways. You can serve in many ways. Please, pick up a responsibility. Serve. Why all of us want to be leaders? Why? Why all of us want to be leaders? Why all of us want to have position before we become active in this struggle? There is something that those of us who practice Christianity, we can tell that is in the Bible, and Christ himself said it. That in the kingdom of God, the least person is the one who serves. The person who serves is the highest one. Those who came to be served are nothing. Those who want to be leaders, who don't want to do the small works, small things. In the kingdom of God, those who are doing the serving, who clean the places, the small people we see in the community, in the society, they are the greatest. So if you want to sit up there on top of me, anytime, you are welcome to do that. I will serve you and clean your shoes. I always do that. People who know me, they can tell these things. I serve. I serve people. That's what I do. That's what I do. If you want to be served, we are going to serve you. But when we get to Boya, we shall remind you that you were served. So let us calm down ourselves, all of us. There's so much disunity within this struggle. There's so much infighting within this struggle. All because of ego, all because of ambition, all because of things that doesn't mean anything. It is high time we wake up when it's not too late. It is high time. If I don't serve my community, who will serve them? If I don't become part of the serving team, who is going to serve? Because by the time we are all thinking that someone has to do that dirty job, nobody will end up doing it. And that dirty job that everybody look down to might be the elements we are missing in this revolution. Those small things, those serving. People who serve. Those small things everyone minimizes. They are the things that build, they connect the dot, that construct the bigger picture. I applaud people in the ground. I applaud them all. Command links and agents of our restoration forces. I applaud them. The small things that we are looking down to. Those are the things that makes the struggle complete. Without those small things, we are missing a lot of things, and there will be holes. So, like I was saying from the beginning, I came here as a messenger, as John the Baptist. From today, you guys can call me John the Baptist. I will humbly agree that title, because John the Baptist was the one who came to serve. And I'm telling you people that I am an Ambazonian, and I came to serve. I am here to serve, not to be served, and I'm here to serve people, not to be served in any way. I am not speaking on behalf of anyone. I am speaking as a Southern Cameroonian, as an activist. And I will continue to serve in any way, without any restriction, without any limitation to any affiliation. So, we all know that we need unity. To continue and ignoring this particular fact is a huge mistake for this struggle. Yes, I am John the Baptist. Pelus Lord, thank you. If we ignore, it means that we are in a ship that is sinking. In a sinking ship. And we are dancing on the surface, on the top. We have music, we're having party. But very soon, that music and that party will be over. We are all drowning. Ambazonia, we shouldn't pass this struggle to another generation. No. This, our generation, have to end this struggle. And we need unity. We cannot ignore it. We have been ignoring unity for so long. I was working endlessly myself when the struggle started in Europe. During the Brussels conference, we organized it, we proposed and we pushed the community in Europe in the Brussels conference to accept that we all go under Skakuf. And that was done. So now, I will also do what I can do to fight that we have unity. And if that means that I have to give up everything that I stand for, affiliation or groups, I will do it. And I stand for the people of Southern Cameroon. I stand for the struggle. Affiliations are the problem we have now in this struggle. People are talking based on affiliation. We are now behaving like a republic that is saying that they cannot talk about the structure of the Cameroon, the state of the country. We already have a precondition of conversation. We already have condition. Oh, if I am going to have any unity, this person is there. No, I'm not there. We already have preconditions. And we are calling a republic for dialogue, for negotiations, when we ourselves cannot even negotiate within ourselves. Please, if you don't like the message, don't hate the messenger, hate the message. I come to you. This is John the Baptist of Ambazonia. I come to speak nothing but message that I believe is the best, is best for the struggle. Affiliations have destroyed the struggle. It was supposed to be something that is good, but it is going down the wrong road. the birth of surrogacy are coming from affiliations. And now people are creating more affiliation because they believe that is the only thing that gives them right and autonomy to speak when they belong to a group. Tomorrow I can create Southern Cameroonian Japanese Congress. And we call ourselves we're a group also. We start to speak as a group that we are stakeholders. God forbid. Tomorrow another person is going to create Southern Cameroonians a football congress, and they start to speak as a group, and they have affiliation, they have conditions as well. It looks like you have a big piece of cake that you're supposed to eat the cake, and within that cake you are trying to build small a portion of the cake that you cannot eat, because this portion doesn't. This. You are trying to do this and you mess up the whole cake. And also there is something that our people are, by nature, we have become like that. That we want people to lead us. That is something that is in many African countries. We are looking up to leadership. But it is high time we become leaders also. Listen, becoming a leader doesn't mean that you have to lead at the highest office. It's serving. It's to serve. It's to serve others. We have become so used to being served. We have become so used to looking to authorities, looking to some figures, looking to some high-ranking people up there and worshiping them. And we believe that things can be done only by person A, B, and C. And when it's not coming from them, we are not buying it. Yes, we have become used to that kind of a system. That we look up to figures. It's an African thing. But in civilized societies, everyone is important and equal. And everyone can serve and do the same things. Because when we start looking up to people, we are giving them the impression that they're indispensable. We don't mean to disrespect or undermine the effort of any person. No, we are not saying that. But we are saying that we can't be worshiping leadership. And leadership is serving. That is the core of leadership. So if you are serving in your community, in a small community, small things that you are doing, you are serving and you're a leader. Thank you, Elizabeth. Jesus Christ was a servant himself, and he was a leader, and he's the greatest leader that this world has ever seen. He served with humility. He served with a humble heart. He served with purity. He served with love. He gave his all to his community. He even died for them. That is leadership. So, I believe and I'm hoping that we all can switch our mindset and become servants, become leaders. In Africa, the word leader just means like, oh, you're a big person. No. Sorry, we have to change that thinking. Being a leader, meaning you have to serve. So let us all sit down. We assess our situation with honesty. We see that we have a winning case. But because we are not united, all our resources are not channeled to the right direction, the right path. And we are lacking because of disunity. We are struggling because of disunity. I will not stop. I will continue to say this every time I have opportunity to do it on live, that unity is what we need. Unity is what we need. And there is nothing that is actually going to make this impossible. The only thing that can make us not have unity is our own will. It's when we decide we are not going to have it. Like I said before, every Southern Cameroonian leader that has been invited for that conference, and if you listen to your advisors that don't go to that conference, because we know of people who have been preaching that their leaders should not go there to the conference. I believe that you as a leader have the right also to make the final call. That if you go or not to go is your final choice and call to make, not that of your advisors. If they advise you, yes, you can always listen to advice and decide. That's the role. I guess that's the meaning of when you have advisors. Advisors are not there to tell you what to do. It's not like a law and order. It's not a command. So every leader is accountable for this decision by themselves. So Ambazonians, we shall be like I said before when I started, that this is one time that we are going to give opportunity to people who want to join live. If you want to join me, you can indicate and join. I don't know if we are still there. We have comrade Congo Mega. I saw him live. He went. If he was there and he have time to join, I would have invited someone like him to join here. But if there's any person there who want to join, if you have some questions to ask, you can drop your question in the comment line below, and then we shall see. We shall see what we can talk about it. So, what is most important now for this struggle at this moment is the element of unity. And we need to fight for that unity. And I will recap myself again, that the only thing that can stop us from having unity is ourselves. It's nothing else but ourselves. Mr. Mike Passenger says he want to join. Where do you want to join us from? Where are you from? And it would be good to have some little bit of more information about you, and then I can bring you on board. I don't know if you're even friends with on this platform with Capo Daniel here. Let me see. I cannot find this person. So, comrades, we shall be having this kind of shows here on this platform, that we are going to be talking about things that we think that are very important to cry to the people. Like I said, I will keep my job as John the Baptist to preach what I believe in, to preach what I know is best for the struggle at this moment. And I was saying last time during the last show that was here that people should stop being used as a vacuum, as a means to spread negativity and negative information or propagandas. So Emma Song says, my question is, how are you guys fighting to make sure there's unity in Ground Zero? Well, first of all, we know that there are leaders in diaspora who controls Ground Zero fighters. So if we obtain unity in at the level of these leaders as well, then I think we are going to obtain unity on the ground. So it's as simple as that. So we should have complete and unity in every activities. So we know who is operating where and what time and these kind of things. I think they will sort out ways to handle those kind of information down there. So we know that the regime has been trying to get vulnerable people back into their camp, and with their Marshall Plan Act of 12 billion that they are stealing money from civil servants. And those of us who also understand targeted diplomacy, we know that we know countries that we have been approaching, and we know why we are facing difficulties in certain areas. So we are working on those things as well in the field of diplomacy. And I want to encourage every Ambazonians, please create a Twitter account. Join the battle on Twitter. There's a war on Twitter with this struggle. Join us there. You can follow me on Twitter. Let's tweet and tell the world all those atrocities that are coming out from our country, that are being done by those evil regime forces. So we hope that unity is going to come very soon. We are hoping that every Ambazonian is going to become a servant and serve the struggle, serve the country, not wanting to be served. You don't have to be a leader to serve. You don't have to have a PhD to serve. You can serve. You just need to have a pure, clean heart to serve. So even Sangoloba himself, Jesus Christus, was a servant, and he's a leader and was the greatest leader this earth has ever known. So I will call on Amazonians that the only way to Buea is serving. Michael, I don't even see. I click on your comment here. It doesn't even show that I could invite you. It was supposed to show me when I just click on the comment, you know, that I can invite you. So it's not possible. Let me see. I can search here. I can search. Let me see. Mr. Michael. Let me see. Can find him anyway. So comrades, I think I have exceeded the time that I was supposed to be online live here today. And Mr. Comrade Mikey, I'm going to sort things out and see how I can check why I couldn't invite you here. Mr. Blaise Tany, well, comrade, I don't know who are you referring to, but I personally have not created disunity in this struggle in any way. I know what I have been doing and the things I have been doing. I have record of those things I have been serving. So I have always preached unity for this struggle from day one, because I believe in unity. I believe in togetherness. So I know that we want to blame people for things. I think that we all can be responsible on the things we do. We have to judge our actions. If by any means that I have done anything that any person have felt that has preached disunity, I openly will recall and I'll call such persons to forgive me and let's move forward. I own up to those things, but I cannot remember personally that I have done anything propagating disunity in this struggle. I have not done that I remember, that I know. So, but please, if I have done that in any way that I don't remember by myself, by my own, if I can't get that in my memory now, I will call for forgiveness, and I think that every Southern Cameroonian, we are not perfect. We are humans, and sometimes we make mistakes. But the difference that is with us human beings is that when you fail or when you fall or when you are disappointing something, is how willing are you to wake up and do what is right. So I will say all our leaders, every Southern Cameroonian, if you have been doing something that is promoting disunity in this struggle, you still have a chance to turn around and do what is right and call for unity. It doesn't mean that if you have been calling for disunity or acting in that way that is promoting disunity, you cannot turn and repent. You can repent. You can turn around the situation yourself and become a #1 advocate for unity. So if by any means anybody have ever felt that I have done anything in that sense, I am saying to you that now, please, this is something that I want everyone to deeply understand, because nobody is pure without mistakes. So even if you have been preaching disunity, you still have opportunity to turn around and preach and advocate honestly with your heart for unity in this struggle. I have always been for unity. I have met everyone in this struggle from every different platform, from Skakoof time to whatever time. I have met every one single group. I have worked with them. So I know, but still my actions are not perfect. So in that sense, I send my sincere apologies. And I'm saying that today I am John the Baptist. And I am coming to preach the gospel of unity. And I will preach that gospel till the gospel get to the heart of the people, till we get unity and we work together. If that doesn't occur, that will be my only message to preach, and I will preach and preach. And I am not only preaching here, I am calling the leaders, I am talking to the leaders also, and I am pushing them that we need unity. So, comrades, and also I hope that our people are willing to turn around, because that is what makes the difference. If you fall, you turn around, wake up, and change your ways, and walk in a different way honestly. So, fellow comrades, we must have been offensive. We must have angry some of our comrades at some point by some action or by words. You can get people annoyed even without you knowing, even without your intention. And when that happens, all you can do is to apologize. All you can do is to recall yourself, humble yourself, and tell them that you are sorry for that and repent. So don't be stuck because you have been preaching this unity that you cannot turn around. Don't be ashamed to turn around. Don't be ashamed to repent and turn around and do the things that are good, because that is also something that holds people behind. They are too strong to give up their opinion, their standpoint, where they have been standing. They can't change the side. And that is a typical African way of thinking. I have been supporting this issue. These people, I will support them to death. Even if they are wrong, I will stand with them. No, that's definitely wrong. If I support something today, for example, and tomorrow I realize that which I was supporting is wrong, I have the right to change my mind and support something else. If today I was preaching that somebody is, if today I was standing and supporting something, I have the right to say that, okay, if I realize tomorrow, oh, that is completely wrong, I have the right, and it's a noble act to do, to turn around and say no and preach what is right. That is what makes the difference of a human being who walks with dignity and with democracy and rational thinking. So people are stuck that, okay, once they have been saying something like that or like this, they don't want to turn around again and change. That is wrong. You see this in politics every day. Today they talk good about John McCain or Donald Trump. The next day they say, no, this person is an evil person. Take, for example, the American presidential candidate who ran against Obama, Mitt Romney, who praised Donald Trump a couple of years ago. He was the same person who turned around and says that, hey, this Trump is a crazy person. Because when he was praising Trump, he knew Trump was a good guy. And after some years and finding out, he understood that Trump is not a good guy. He was not supporting him anymore. That is what makes democracy. That's what makes people democratic. And that's what makes a civilized society. That I can realize when I've been making a mistake or when I've been doing something wrong to turn around the situation. So, comrades, I wanted to share this video so that many people can have the opportunity to watch it after the video, and so we can get this thing. People need to be thinking these ways, because we know that people are not easy to turn around. They are so shy, or they are also thinking of, oh, what do people think of me now? Please, that is a respectful thing to do. To turn around and preach what is right. It is the most noble thing you can ever do. I respect a person who made mistake and honestly said, yes, I made a mistake, but now this is the right thing to do. Let's do it. Honestly, you respect those kind of people in life. But those one who stick to their wrongdoings because they don't want to change, Those are the worst people that you can deal with, you can see in the world, because their own ego will take them to their grave. So let us promote unity. Let us campaign for unity. Let us advocate for unity. All of us. I will be trying in the days ahead to get some other activists to sit here with me and we'll talk about this issue. And I will get people who are on the opposite side of the camp that people think that they have been preaching against unity. I will get them and let them tell me and convince Amazonians why they think that unity is not needed in this struggle. So, fellow comrades, I really appreciate that you take time to watch this video. And I have to say that, you know, I cannot be here without you. Again, it comes to what I was saying. Without you guys, I will not be making this live video. So you are the very reasons we are here. I appreciate you and I love that you take time to watch these things and get the message through. So thank you once again. Thank you very much. And let us pass a message. Unity is calling. A voice of unity calling in the wilderness. The voice of unity is calling in the wilderness. And every Amazonian have to answer. You either answer yes or you answer no. And both of those answers have severe consequences. And when you make your choice on how you answer to the call of unity, know that it's a choice that will haunt you the rest of your life. It's the most crucial decision we have to make in this struggle in our lifetime. To come together. So we have to do it. So I'll thank you guys once again. And like Capo Daniel was saying here the other time, that any person know for dance, you need to dance for cheer. You can serve. Go and do something. Go and push your struggle one step ahead. Don't share negative images on your WhatsApp groups. Don't share negative messages on your WhatsApp groups, or on Facebook. Don't. When you see a message, read it. Think about it. How is it going to affect your struggle positively? If it's not going to do, delete. Delete it. If possible, warn the person who sent you that kind of a message that please don't repeat this thing again next time. When you do that to people, they will not send it again to you. Don't be used to share negativity. Promote the struggle. So, comrades, it's getting late, I know. And let us not make the video so long. So, I will say again that being silent, you are only supporting the oppressor and not the victim. Being silent has never helped the tormented. It helps those who are tormented more. So it is our moral responsibility, those of us who still have our moral compass, to fight for justice and equality, to fight for the oppressed, to fight to free ourselves. And now is our time to fight and go back home together. Yes, you are right, Ngwa Victor. We have to fight to go back home together. Now is our time. No more hiding. No more running away from the Republic. We have to face our Goliath and defeat the Goliath like David did and go back to Boya. So, I thank you very much that you have been here with me. It has been an honor. I appreciate your time. And I believe that a message that is preached to a very few have the potential to reach many. Share and share the video. God, for example, doesn't believe so much in quantity, but in quality. So if I have here 45 quality persons who have listened, they pay attention. If we have 45 souls that are changed here tonight, that are believing in the message of unity, then I go tonight and sleep as a happy John the Baptist. That I preach my gospel tonight to 45 persons who believe, who are going to preach another 45 persons, who will believe, and they'll preach another 45 persons who will believe. And before we know, we are pushing to 8 million people the gospel of unity. So, thank you. And I'm going to end the live video for now. And we shall see again maybe sometime next week. You can write to us if you have something that want us to talk about. We are going to discuss about those things. And we shall bring in more information to you guys. So, thank you very much. And once again, Ambazonians, we have risen never to fall. And we are going to fight and get to Boya. We are not leaving any man behind. Never. So, never again shall we be slaves to the Republic of Cameroon. Never again shall we be told that we are not humans. Never again shall our land be possessed and controlled and our resources exploited. And we are living like the underdogs. Never again. Those days are gone. So let us push for unity and get to Boya as soon as. So thank you, and I'll leave you for now. So bye.